Hey guys, welcome to the 30-day project. Today is day 16, and I pray that I am enlightening you, I'm inspiring you, or at least worst case, entertaining you. And it is my pleasure and it is my honor to have you guys with me along this journey. I just hope that you guys will stick with me throughout this whole ordeal, and I promise you, I will make it all worth your while. Let's get into today's topic. Okay, guys, I just want to give you guys a brief update before we get into today's topic. It is one roller coaster, let me tell you. Despite the fact that I asked them to at least give me to the first week of November, I told them that I have a place to go. I told them that it is Halloween and at least have a heart for my kids. They wanted to go trick-or-treating in their neighborhood, but the sheriffs did return, finally enforced the eviction. You know what, guys? Everything happens for a reason, and I'd be a hypocrite to sit here and tell you guys that I have some type of problem or what have you, when you know that we went over so many different things, and one of them is respecting the will of God. And no matter whether it's an eviction, no matter whether it's a death in the family, tragedy, no matter what it is, if it happened by the will of God. So now, as the eviction took place, they were very dignified. They did it in probably the best possible way you can imagine. Even the sheriffs, they were trying to make a light of the situation. The movers themselves were just so dignified. Even the owner came, the owner of the moving company, he pulled me aside and told me, look, I'm not supposed to do this. I have some of my stuff in one area, in one unit, and I have my other, the rest of my stuff in another unit, in a different area, because I told them I wanted to scrap most of the metal. He said, I'm going to do you one even better. I'm going to put all of your metal stuff in one unit, and your rest of your stuff, you can come and go in the next 30 days and grab whatever you need, and you have 30 days to do it. I thought that was awesome. Okay. But you know what? It's over now. It's time to start the new life. And you guys were a part of all of this. And do you remember what I said, guys? The moral to this whole entire project was I am facing homelessness. Go back to my first video. As a matter of fact, that's going to be a segue for the people that haven't listened to these videos. If you're new here and it's the first time you're listening to my videos, go back to my first 3 videos, day 1, day 2, and day 3. Those were the introduction videos to what I was trying to accomplish here. And guess what? You will see that the whole point of this project was, at that time, I had nowhere to go. I had no idea what was going to happen. And I said, this is the reason why I'm putting this project together, because I felt like God was speaking to me and God wanted me to do this. And he put it in my heart to make this project, and everything that I'm talking about and everything that I'm doing, it was literally God saying, look, I know you're going through the hardest of your times right now, but I have work for you to do. I want you to put out on your YouTube channel the 30-day project. And what we're going to do is you're going to talk about everything that you're going through each and every day. So it's kind of like a vlog, but more than that, because you're going to show the world how your faith, the things that you do, the way you pray, the way you have the relationship with God, everything that you do, just do it on a video and show the world that. Because guess what? I promise you, at some point, it could be day 15, day 20, could even be day 30 or more. Who knows, right? But he promised that at some point I would be going from that place to my home. Now, you guys know the whole story here. I don't own this place. This is technically my ex-wife's place, but you know what? She opened up her doors to me. She could have threw me out on the streets and said, you know what? Keep it moving. We're not together. But we have such a good relationship as a friendship first. that she opened up her doors, and this is a beautiful place. And you know what's the most important thing out of all of this is the fact that my children, my 5 boys, have a place they can call home. And that's what all that matters. We're not on the streets like I thought that would have been a possibility. We're not in some shelter, which I really thought would be even more of a possibility. And we're not in an emergency shelter because they put you in a hotel, and those hotels are not that nice, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm blessed, and the moral to this whole entire thing is it has nothing to do with me. It has to do with everything that I implemented. So whoever's out there that is going through the same situation, this is for you. This is really for you. As long as you implement the things that I talked about, I promise you, whatever you're going through, you will have the same exact outcome, a successful ordeal. I promise you. Give your life to Christ. Time is running out. Let's move on. Alrighty, guys. So now it is time to talk about my final demon. A demon that God left for last because he knew that would take the longest to defeat, and it did. And unfortunately, the most embarrassing topic that I'm going to ever cover on this channel, and I hope I never have to talk about it again, because I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to embarrass myself. However, I'm doing it all for the greater good. I know someone out there is going to benefit from this. So if Jesus sacrificed himself on a cross and was humiliated, beaten, and put through what he was put through, all for my glory, all for my sins, then this is the least I can do. This is sexual immorality. I was like everyone else, probably like every other guy, non-Christian. Don't think about it in a Christian way, in a non-Christian way, okay? I was undressing every person that I interacted with. Didn't matter if I had a girlfriend. Didn't matter if I was in love. And unfortunately, what got me into big trouble, it didn't matter even if I was in, a marriage. So it was a big problem, because even though I might not have committed the acts that I was playing out in my mind, at the end of the day, it does say in the Bible, even the acts alone is considered to God adultery. So I'm committing adultery in my mind, and even though I didn't, act it out, I might as well have, because that sin holds the same weight. I'm literally paying a price for something that I'm not even getting the benefits from, so to speak. Obviously, it doesn't stop there. What do thoughts lead to? I like to call it the M word, okay? The action. I'm going to say it leads to masturbation, right? We all through it. Everyone has done it. And quite frankly, I'm sure there's many people that still do it. Thankfully, now that I defeated my demons, I don't do that anymore. Now that I defeated my demon, that final demon, that I call it the last temptation, now I don't have a problem with it anymore. But again, let's talk about when I did, okay? I basically, like I was trying to say, I always would tell God, please, I'm not viewing a woman in a lustful way. I'm not really lusting after her. I kind of still to this day view it in a sense that way, but not trying to justify for the sin. I'm just telling you how I view it, and everyone is different, right? So I'm just giving you an example of how my perspective on it, right? So when it comes to a beautiful woman, to me, I'm telling you, it's like art, okay? People love to look at pictures of art, right? Whether it's, I don't know, abstract art. I'm not one into art. I don't know much about it, but just think about certain people have certain styles, certain ways of viewing art or art itself. But in my case, I definitely considered a beautiful woman my way of viewing art, okay? That was the hardest thing to get out of my life. And be honest with you, I can't even say there was a way that it happened. Or, like the other examples, I gave you something that was pretty simple, or should I say, there was a certain event that happened, and I just used that situation as a surfer. Hop on that wave, right? Let's hop on that wave and take it to success, right? Or overcome it. But the problem was with that, everything I tried, I would fail. Could say this was part of it. Using what I went through with my ex-wife, losing her, and that situation and everything I went through with her, that was a big push in that area. Meaning that God knows that was probably 90% of what helped me defeat this final demon. Reason being, I would never make those same mistakes twice. I would never, even though I never cheated on my wife, I would never even flirt like I used to. Just remember, sexual immorality to God means the actual mental act as well. Every day we wake up, we are faced with so much temptation. It's like you don't even want to do anything, right? How I overcame it, I just worked at it, prayed on it, and little by little, in time, I am so proud right now to announce that I defeated that final demon. And I just remembered the nail in its coffin was being baptized, and always put God first. That's what's important. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.